Ouch.
The Contiello tradition lives on.
I couldn't do it without
Broma man.
One wins.
It ain't gay if it's love. Ain't gay if it's love. I know. I keep going the polygamous route. But, the thing is... yes, bro man! Thank you. I will. Right after you get comfortable with your own body. Bro man, I love you, cause I like being treated like dirt.
Treat me like dirt, senpai. Senpai, please. Bro man, please. Treat me like dirt. Spit on me. Spit on me, senpai.
Hashtag what the ladies like. I love you, bro man. Is Broman still here, guys, or did he leave? I hope he didn't. I love him. I think Broman didn't like the polygamous ending because I think he wanted me all to himself. Yeah. Well, I don't think the game's pretty gay since there's just a ton of girls. Well, I guess if all the girls like were into each other, I guess that could be gay. I guess that could be considered gay. I don't have a problem with that, bro, man. Do you? I think Broman's trying to get into the lesbian side of it, but I don't think he's using his brain enough to really completely talk about it. But it's alright, bro, man. I understand. I accept you. Even if you're below average intelligence. You're subpar. It's okay. It's alright to be subpar sometimes. Wait, is bro man a girl? Wait, hold on, bro man. You don't have a noun. It just says you're, and that's not actually a word. You gotta have a noun in there, ladies. Come on, lady. You gotta have a noun in there. You gotta go like, well, you know, you're, well, first of all, that's spelled O-U-R-L-U. But seriously, bro, man, I know that you would take that advice as literal, since I know that you don't know how to spell it. It's Y-O-U-R, and your is a possessive noun. Okay? Just saying, what you want to say is you, Y-O-U, and then you use this right over the U, little girl, and then you say R-E, because that means you are. Okay, now you're getting it, but you still don't have a pronoun, because you could be talking to anybody, you can still be talking to anybody in chat. You gotta say funky as your, you know, as your pronoun. You got, well, not as your pronoun. You gotta say it as your dative, man. You gotta use it as your dative. Okay? Look, okay. Well, let's talk in Latin rules, okay? So, in Latin, we have the nominative, genitive, we have the accusative, the dative, and we have the ablative. So basically, nominative is used for nouns. Now, a noun, well, we're not going to get into nouns because it might overload you right now, but it's okay. We're going to keep going. Let's go into just saying that nominative is nouns. Okay, there we go. And then dative is for direct objects. Now, accusative is actually a very versatile thing. Okay? So accusative can actually be used in many ways, but we're just gonna say right here that accusative is used for place to which, and it's also used for a and I believe it's also used as place to which, and it's also used for something that you would actually, place to which. And there's actually a lot of other more, there's actually a lot of other things that accusative is used for, but we're just gonna say place to which for you, okay? Now let's talk about ablative. Now ablative is a great thing, but we're just gonna really simplify it for you. We're gonna say ablative is place where, okay? Now ablative is place where. Now let's start with this. Now we're gonna use a little bit. We're just gonna teach you two things, okay? So in is ablative. That's an ablative usage, okay? In means that you're in a place. So that means that you're place where, okay? That's in. Now ab is a ablative because you're still there, and it's like now ad is an accusative because it's a place to which. It's saying I'm going to the house. Now day is like coming down from the house. That's also accusative, okay? Day is an accusative. So day, D-E, is like, imagine it's on the top of the roof. It's like, I'm coming off the roof. Off the roof. Like, going off. You know, coming down. That's basically what it is. Okay, now, we've already covered accusatives, ablatives, datives, and, we haven't covered genitives yet. So let's cover genitives, bro, man. Because I know that you need this tutor. So then you can, pass, the 3rd grade. So, let's keep going. Now, let's talk about this. Genitive. Genitive is a great thing. Genitive is, let's simplify it for you though. Let's simplify this. Genitive of possessor, or genitive of possession. Now, genitive of possession is like saying, if I used a genitive way of saying, mine. It's like if I used a genitive of me, mine. That's what genitive is. We got me for nominative, mine for genitive. Get it? That means that I own something. My house, my game, my stream, you know, something like that. And then if we use it with yours, we go like your body, your opinion, your attitude, and, well, just a lot of other things. But we don't want to talk about what you have. There's not too much, though. Don't worry. Don't worry. We could list it off on my one hand alone, but it's all right. So let's keep going. So you just had a little bit of class course in some Latin. Now Latin's a great word. Now Latin's a great language because it's actually the birth language of a lot of other languages like Spanish, French, a little bit of English as well. So you can actually use Latin as a great starting point for learning those other languages because they have a lot of different Latin words in it. Because remember, English has a lot of words that come from the Latin language that come to you. Now please, I do expect, since I did teach you, it's alright if I do get a payment of some sort, but I do expect some homework, so I would love to give you a, I'm gonna make this very simple, a 1 sentence in Latin for you, okay? Okay, now let's start this, okay? As an example of a sentence in Latin, let's say agricola, okay? Agricola means farmer. We're using it in nominative because it doesn't have a genitive, dative, ablative, accusative. It doesn't have any of those endings. Okay, so agricola, and then we're gonna use filii, which is basically a word for sister, which is a word for daughter. Filii is a word for daughter. Sorry, I had to turn back on the light. Now, yes. Now, well, I took Latin 3, Jason, graduate, and stopped there. So let's keep going. So we got Agricola Filia. So we got Agricola Filii, which is AE, which is the gender ending for Filii, for Filia. Now, Filia means daughter. So we're saying the farmer's daughter. Okay, the farmer's daughter. And then we're gonna say Amula. Very simple. We're gonna say the farmer's daughter walked. Okay? Farmer's daughter walked. And then we're gonna have to use something. We're gonna say add. The farmer's daughter walked to. And then we're gonna say Atali which is am, which is the ending of the accusative. Okay? And that is the farmer's daughter walked to Italy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Okay, and I think you learned a little bit of Latin there. I think you learned a little bit more tolerance, bro man. Love you. Should I put that as a highlight, guys? Jacob, you know, Funky giving out the Latin lecture. Or like, you know, Funky giving out the Latin lecture. Should I do that as a highlight, ladies and gentlemen? Is that an okay highlight for you? Because I'm pretty sure it's an okay highlight.